have a tissue box. It's not because I'm going to cry, it's for the words. Anyway. So, for those of you who don't know, my name's Annie. I used to work at CYE. So I just wanted to share with you something I've been learning over the past few years. And I try to sum it up in one word, and that's self-acceptance. That might be 2 words. Anyway. So basically, all my life I've always felt that I'm not good enough. I think this is something that the world, like people around you, and parents sometimes, and also like Christianity can reinforce. There's always this idea that the standard is perfection. And I'm like, well, I'm not perfect, so I'm not good enough. And yeah, it would get to me so much, like every day I'd be like analysing myself, watching myself, being like, oh, did I respond well to this situation? Was I angry? Was I a bit selfish when I did that? Like, did I bring this person happiness? Was I in a bad mood? Did that affect people? And maybe this came from a good place. Like, I wanted to love Jesus more, I wanted to please him and be good for him. But the result is that I would actually just hate God, because I just had this pressure and always this guilt of not being good enough. And I was like, I just can't live up to these expectations. So I realised something, which is, look at this, that I can't be perfect, I can't always be happy and kind, I can't always be brave. Like, people used to sometimes tell me that I'm brave, and inside I'd hate that, because it felt like more pressure and more expectation. But also I was like, well, I know myself, I'm not brave. Like, yeah, there's so much I couldn't do, and I'd get so angry at myself for not being who I wanted to be. And I would take this frustration out in unhealthy ways, and then I'd feel trapped in that, and I would just feel worse and worse. And I was like, I genuinely can't see a way out of this. And that's when I realised the second best thing, which is that God and me can. So there's like been times, maybe just like getting out of bed in the morning, knowing I've got a full day of work, and I just don't have the energy, and I don't feel up for it. And I'm like, there's no way I can motivate myself to get out of bed and go to work today. But I realised that even though I can't, with God I can. So I would just try and ask him for help. And then somehow I just would eventually be able to get up, get on with the day, and it might turn out to be a really good day. But it's something I find hard, and I still don't do because I hate asking for help. It's so hard to admit I can't. But that's the third thing I realised, which is that success doesn't equal love. So I don't need to be afraid of saying I can't, because it doesn't mean I'm loved any less. Like, if I'm bad, God still sees me as like amazing in his eyes and doesn't change anything. And that's the same with like some of my close friends and family as well. And the other thing I realised is that God doesn't ask for perfection. So why am I trying to live up to that standard anyway? It's like he knows me so well, he knows what I struggle with. He was human once too, like he completely gets it. And all he wants is just to like walk along this path of life, sounds cheesy, with me. And yeah, he's in it for the long run. He's not going to just be like, okay, this is hard, bye. And I'm suspicious. I'm like, why? Why does he want to be with me? No, that sounds weird. But it's genuinely because he's interested in me. Like, I bring him joy. Which seems crazy, but it's true. Whether it's a good day or a bad day, no matter what I'm doing, I bring him joy. Which is so hard to believe, it's crazy. So yeah, I just want to say that, like, I have found life hard. I think everyone does. And there are challenges, and it can be tough, and there's battles to fight. And sometimes it can seem impossible. But it's okay to admit, I can't, and trust that with you and God together, you always can. Like, he's genuinely with you. So I just want to finish with this verse. I don't know if you can see it. It's Zephaniah 3:17, and it says, "The Lord your God is with you, the mighty warrior who saves. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you with his love. He will rejoice over you with singing. So feel free to look that up. Thanks for listening.